Why? Why is it never enough? No matter what I do or how hard I try, I never seem to have enough money. I'm always living paycheck to paycheck, barely holding on. God forbid I fall sick and miss a week of work. That'll be the death of me. What haven't I done? I've watched 1,000 videos. I've read dozens of books, and they all say the same thing. But why? Why am I still broke? Despite me following each step by step. They say create a budget and keep an eye on what you earn and spend. I have, and the problem still remains the same. I don't have enough. The budget just makes that obvious. They say create an emergency fund. I would, if I had any money left to do that. They say automate your savings. What savings are you talking about? Get professional help. I would, if it was free. They say focus on paying off debt with the highest interest rate first. Again with this. How will I pay them off if I don't make enough money? What is this? Is this what becoming an adult is all about? Solving problem after problem? Living paycheck to paycheck? I'm done. No, it's not. You got this all wrong. Let's go back to the beginning. You see, most of us are just as confused as you when it comes to this paradoxical dilemma. See, I was like this, living paycheck to paycheck, not understanding where I kept going wrong. Despite me going from making 25K to 50K to 100K a year, it was all the same. And I just couldn't quite put my finger on it until the day I learned about this phenomenon. A phenomenon known as lifestyle creep or lifestyle inflation. Allow me to explain. You see, lifestyle inflation is where you gradually increase your standards of living and discretionary spending as your income grows. In other words, you keep upgrading your life the more money you make. This spending triggers a series of related changes, a domino effect that traps you in this never-ending cycle unless you become aware of it. Here's a breakdown of how this typically unfolds. You see, it starts out small. For instance, because of your hard work, you have now received a promotion at work and an increase in pay. You start feeling like you truly need a reward for all your hard work. So you opt in for a slightly more expensive car lease, or what the heck, a bigger and better apartment. This seems like a harmless increase in spending, but little do you know that this small decision sets the stage for future upgrades. Once the initial upgrade becomes part of your daily life, it sets a new baseline for what you consider normal or necessary. In other words, every new upgrade around you starts to feel like an everyday thing or item, and it no longer feels like anything special to you anymore. This normalization process makes it easier to justify further increase in spending as each previous upgrade becomes the new standard. With the new baseline established, additional upgrades follow more easily. For example, dining out at fancier restaurants may become more frequent, or vacations may become more lavish and more regular. Each upgrade on its own seems justified and manageable. Oh, and don't forget about the social circles and the societal norms that can also reinforce the need for upgrades. Seeing peers upgrade their lifestyles can trigger social comparison, pushing you towards similar or more significant upgrades to keep up. Psychological factors, such as seeking happiness through material possessions, further fuel this cycle. Each new layer of lifestyle upgrades builds on the previous ones, leading to a compound effect where the total impact on your finances is much greater than the sum of your individual upgrades. Like a cascade, the flow of changes becomes stronger and more forceful, stripping away old habits of spending and financial priorities. Over time, the cumulative effect of these upgrades start to significantly strain your financial resources. Savings and investments start to stagnate and decline. Your debt levels start to increase because more income is diverted to support the upgraded lifestyle. The financial flexibility and freedom that might have been part of your initial success is diminished, replaced by the commitments to maintain the new, higher standard of living. But fear not, for this does not have to be your story. Fixing this is simple. because you've already accomplished the first step, and that is becoming aware of this phenomenon. You see, it's important to understand that people who live far below their means enjoy a freedom that those who constantly upgrade their lifestyle cannot even fathom. It's crucial to not continuously elevate your standards of living in order to maintain this freedom. This approach allows for greater freedom of operation. Once you start earning a bit of more money, it's important to still live your life like your old self to avoid financial worries. Rather than rushing to upgrade your home or lifestyle, it's better to maintain a simpler way of living. Take an example of one of the richest men in the world, billionaire Warren Buffett, who lived in the same house for over 65 years. And that is just one example. Now, I'm not saying you have to live in the same house your whole life or never upgrade your lifestyle. No, the point I'm trying to make is that you need to be a little patient. Escaping this phenomenon requires conscious recognition of the trap and a willingness to reassess and adjust one's lifestyle and spending habits. This often involves tough decisions, like downsizing one's living situation or foregoing certain luxuries, to realign spending habits with substantial financial health and true life satisfaction. Now, I know in today's world that is hard because of peer pressure. We all want to show our friends, workmates, and family that we're doing way better than they are. But ask yourself, are you willing to keep living like this for the next 20, 30, 40 years? Don't you want freedom, true financial freedom? Or are you willing to forego that just to impress people you do not even like? No, I don't think so. So I want you to be better. I want you to consider a better path. One where living below your means is not a sacrifice, but a strategic choice to enhance the freedom and control over your life. It's about creating a buffer between you and life's unpredictabilities, giving you the space to breathe, explore, and to live at your own terms. This, in essence, is true wealth. The freedom to live a life aligned with your values, aspirations, and dreams.